Hello everybody, my name's Jen.
And I'm Minal.
And we thought it would be really lovely to get together and chat all things food, nutrition, health, coaching. We're both nutritional therapists, but we met on the wellbeing coaching course with the Chrysalis Effect. So we thought we'd get together and do a bit of a collaboration. So, Minal, what do you do? Obviously nutritional therapy, and how do you get there?
So yes, nutritional therapist and soon to be wellbeing coach, which I'm really excited about. The coaching side is completely new to me and very cool. So I can't wait to talk more about that, hopefully, on these videos. How did I get here? Well, I had no idea what I wanted to do at school. Didn't even know nutrition was a thing. Ended up doing business management at uni, which is probably the most boring degree in the world. But you know, got into, started working, was working in media for what feels like forever, which was really fun at the time. But eventually I found that I just wasn't passionate about it. I didn't care about what I was doing. And I really struggled with the fact that I was spending so much time and effort doing something that I didn't really care about. I wanted to do something that meant I was really making a difference. Like I'd find myself comparing my day to that of a nurse, like, a nurse goes to, to work and is able to help someone. I'd love to be able to do something like that. So quit my job, went traveling in the hopes that it would inspire me. Came back, still didn't really know what I wanted to do. But very soon, started jotting down some ideas, and nutrition just seemed like the obvious thing. I'm a big foodie. So I thought, yep, I definitely want to maybe try and do something with food. And yeah, it just made sense. So yep, enrolled on a course with CNM in London.
Yeah.
And here I am. What about
Great.
you?
Fairly similar in a way. School, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So the A levels that I took them through to degree level. So I did a biology and psychology degree, or started it, but it was incredibly dry, even though I loved the subject. So I didn't complete the degree program, went off and did lots of other things, including working in fine dining, retail. I did some accountancy qualifications. And then I went and worked on a super yacht, and that was a fantastic experience, but I wasn't in control of what I ate particularly. So yeah, I put on some weight and just felt really not great in my own skin. And I came back home, kind of inadvertently cleaned up my diet and just felt so much better. The weight dropped off and I got involved in lots of things that I really enjoyed, and suddenly it was all sort of starting to fit together. And I just had a chance conversation with a friend of my mum's who was a nutritional therapist, and she said, why don't you do this? We need people. So I found CNELM, which is the college that I trained at, and yeah, I did their undergraduate degree program and their practice diploma in nutritional therapy, and included in that was the NLP practitioner, which is a coaching qualification. So all in all, yeah, 5 years of training, and I came out as a nutritional therapist.
Wow.
And that came full circle, really. It was the biology and psychology that I started with, but combined in such a way that I'd never predicted. So yeah.
So why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? I feel like as kids, we're all labelled by family, friends, our school environment. We're constantly having these labels put on us. Oh, you're not very intelligent, or he's really shy, and you start to take these labels on as beliefs about yourself, even if originally you didn't believe them. It's just what other people have stuck on you. And I think it's so important to break those back down and think about what do you actually believe to be true? What are your values? What is authentic to you? And I think that's the coaching side, and that can really hold somebody back from making huge improvements to their health. So you've got the nutrition side, where you're giving all this great advice and cutting through all the noise out there around nutrition and health and the complicated things that are put across to the public. But alongside that, you've got the coaching that kind of really works on the belief and behavior changes. So I think the two marry really well together. And I love all things food, and I love helping people. So it's just the perfect combination, really. Why do you do what you do?
Well, yeah, I'm a big foodie too, so I love all the food side of stuff. But really, I'm really passionate about kind of cutting through the noise. I think there's so much, you go onto your phone or you turn on the TV, and we're bombarded right now by advertising and marketing and stories about how to lose weight and how to be fit and healthy, and people thinking they need to spend a lot of money on a super berry from Brazil.
Yeah.
Whereas actually I think health is really simple, and if you make sort of small make small changes to your everyday, you can make a really big positive impact on your health. And learning about all the coaching side of things is so interesting. I think that hand in hand, like you said, with the nutrition, has so much potential to make huge changes in people's lives. So yeah, let's all be healthy, let's all be happy. That's the way forward.
And it is possible with getting that balance. That's really important to me, is as a professional, getting that balance between home and work and fun, and that you can, people say you can't do it all, but I really believe that you can, and it's just knowing what your values are and working within that. So yeah, very strongly about that.
Yeah, I love it. So how would you describe yourself?
I would say I'm quite a determined person. I will tackle anything and give it a good go. I'm also a supportive person, and I will do what I can to help people. I really believe that we should show kindness to others and to ourselves, and to ourselves is just as important, and people forget that. I'm also that annoying person that does a little bit of poking at people, asking those difficult questions or a more unusual question to get them thinking. I like people to have that light bulb moment, both in my personal life and at work, which is the beauty of coaching, because you get to ask lots of great questions to really sort of spark that new thought pattern.
It's the job description now, so you're allowed.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I would describe myself. How about you?
Well, I'm a big foodie. I love food. I love cooking food. If I was to go into a bookstore, I will find myself at the cookbooks aisle within moments. I think that's partly why I got into nutrition. But same thing as you, really. I'm really interested in helping people, learning about what makes them tick. I love a good chat, a good natter.
There'll be plenty of that one here, everybody.
That exactly. I love to travel, which I'm really missing right now. I love to read. I've got so many books at the moment, and more books that I haven't touched than books that I've read.
But how nice is it to know that you've got all of those waiting for you? Yeah, it's
nice, but it's also I've just finished reading something, and now I'm like, what next? What should I read next? What do I want to read next? Yeah, the list is kind of endless. But yeah, it's nice. I love reading, and I actually miss my commutes into the office because I'm home based. On the train I would be sat there with a book, so now it's about making time for that. So Jem, why don't you give us a fun fact about yourself?
Fun fact about myself. I once rode on an elephant in Nepal, in Chitwan National Park, when I was about 18, and it was the most amazing thing ever. And it's its baby was following behind, and we went through a river, and it was swimming behind us as we crossed the river, and it's just the most incredible thing. And a slight diversion from that is the whole back to food, and just how incredible different cultures are, and how much I miss that, really, exploring somewhere different and eating their food and immersing myself. And that would be really lovely to explore further down the line in these videos if we
I love that.
That would be cool. Tell me a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact. I'm a big fan of Korean shows on Netflix. Before the film Parasite came out, I discovered Korean dramas on Netflix, and I've been a fan ever since. And I can't wait to maybe one day go to South Korea and reenact some of these shows, because they all look beautiful and very gracefully can eat a hot bowl of noodles, which I absolutely can't.
No.
So K dramas, it's my thing. So we'd love to hear from those of you watching, listening. What would you like to learn about? What interests you? Jen and I would love to hear from you. Whether it's things about nutrition, questions about coaching, food demos, or just general advice topics. Get in touch.
Great.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you.